And of course, as I always say, Breakfast Central is never complete without a little bit of sports here and there. And so this morning we have Udoka Unjoku joining us. Good morning, Udoka.
Good morning, Osarage. Good morning, Olive. And you guys are looking fabulous this morning.
Merci beaucoup. All right. What's going on in sports today?
Yeah, well, a whole lot is going on actually. But let's start off with the world of tennis, talking about Wimbledon, as the Tunisian third seed Ons Jabeur has made history as the first African woman to qualify for the semi-final of a Grand Slam. Now, she did it in style by beating Mary Bruskova 3-6, 6-1, 6-1 to reach her maiden Wimbledon semi-final. Now, Jabeur is the highest surviving seed in the women's draw and quickly recovered from losing her first set. Currently playing as her highest career ranking of second, Jabeur will go on to meet 103rd ranked Tatiana Maria, who earlier beat Julie Nemeth for a place in Saturday's final. And straight to football now, Ghana will appeal against the fine and ban imposed on its women's under-17 football team after being found guilty of age cheating. Now, last month, Morocco edged past Ghana on penalties to qualify for the 2022 Women's Under-17 World Cup, but launched a protest about their opponents. Now, the North Africans claimed the two players in the Black Maiden side were overage. Confederation of African Football investigated the claims and banned Ghana from the next two editions of Africa's qualifying for the Women's Under-17 World Cup and added a fine of $100,000. The Ghana Football Association said it will appeal in writing to CAF. And to some coaching managerial change now. Former Tottenham and Wolverhampton Wanderers manager NUNO ESPIRITO SANTO has officially taken charge of Saudi Professional League side Ittihad Jeddah. Ittihad had a strong season in the Saudi Pro League as they fought for the title until the last round, but they lost it to record holders Al Hilal. Despite the performance, head coach Cosmin Contra could not keep his position as the head coach of Ittihad, and it seems to be that the club had found a more fitting manager in Espirito Santo. Now, the former Tottenham head coach put pen to paper on a 2-year contract with the Saudi team. And still talking about managerial change, now let's head to France, talking about the French Ligue 1. The Giants over there and champions Paris Saint-Germain have parted company with coach Mauricio Pochettino. Now, the French champions confirmed this and replaced him with Christophe Galtier, who won the 2021 Ligue 1 title when he was in charge of Lille. Now, Galtier is PSG's 7th coach since the Qataris bought the club 11 years ago and will be expected to finally lift the Champions League trophy. Now, Pochettino and his backroom staff depart, having won the Ligue 1 title last season, but the campaign was better remembered for a disappointing exit from the Champions League in the last 16 at the hands of Real Madrid. And to the football results now for the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. Burkina Faso lost to Senegal by 1-0, while Uganda lost to Morocco by 3-1. And just so you know, Uganda scored one of the goals of the tournament, a free kick from a very, very interesting game yesterday between both ladies, Uganda and Morocco, but still went on to lose, meaning that they've lost 2 games in that one, and Morocco are table toppers, winning 2, and they've qualified for the next round of the tournament. So congratulations to Morocco, the host nation, and also for qualifying for the next phase. But somewhere in Nigeria, the Super Falcons of Nigeria could not get to beat or get a draw against South Africa. And a lot of fans actually bashing the Falcons, the NFF, and a couple of players who actually featured in that. And also talking about the coach who could not rely on his bench to get a positive result for the Super Falcons of Nigeria. But then they are defending champions, and some still believe that they can actually go all the way to win the WAFCON title. But of course, that's the most I can take for sports. Back to you, Olive and Osarage. But for Olive, the Women's Africa Cup of Nations has started, and it looks like football is interesting to watch again.
Yes.
But a lot of fans disappointed in Nigeria.
Well, I wouldn't say that I was disappointed. I mean, we did have the conversation the day before the match as well as the day after the match, and I won't cease to remind Osage how he made predictions that Nigeria was going to win Bayana 3-1, but unfortunately it was the other way around, 2-1 against Nigeria. I was always saying, may the better woman win. But I think there's some lessons to learn. I mean, if they have encountered Bayana in the last 4 matches, and it's not been a very pleasant outing for Super Falcons, I think it's maybe time for them to revisit their workbook and look at what's not working. I mean, you mentioned that a lot of people have been blamed, the coach, the players, several people have been blamed. I think it's something that we must take a look at. What are we not doing right? What are they doing? I mean, the South African players are hungry, they are thirsty, and we can see that in how they're playing and how they're thrashing us. So maybe it's something that we must go back and go back to the drawing board. But I support people when they say that it's not always a determining factor. They might still be able to win the title, but we hope that they would put their best foot forward going, as they go ahead with the match.
All right, well, for the Super Falcons.
Just to ask, Udoka,
go ahead.
What position do you think Olive will play if she was in the
Well,
Super
for
Falcons team?
Olive, I think she would not do justice on the football pitch. Probably on the sidelines, because she actually talks like a football manager. Maybe we need her to get in charge of the Falcons.
I agree. I would not do
Played it
well on the
safe
football
there.
pitch at all.
Played it
Exactly.
safe.
But Sarge, I really don't think you would do well on the football pitch and off the pitch.
I've never even tried to.
Really?
I mean, when I was in secondary school, yeah, we did do a lot of football when I was in secondary school, but right after that, it's not been something that
I think we all played football as kids, but as we grew up, we got to find our calling. And I wonder what sports Sarge plays now.
I can't say it on television.
If I could play sports, maybe the one sport I would have played would have been wrestling. I don't know if that counts for something, Even though I've never fought in a day in my life, but I grew up loving watching wrestling. I used to follow it so keenly until I realized it was scripted, and then I lost all the interest.
Exactly.
I think I've always known. But if there was anything that I wish that I would try, just something to do before I am 60, it would be the UFC.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I really would love to experience it.
Okay. I have no
just a
comments on that one. We're talking about UFC. Over the weekend, Israel Adesanya achieved another milestone after he got a fabulous victory. And we keep celebrating him because he actually recognizes himself and, of course, being a Nigerian and African. So good one to Israel Adesanya. But that's all from me, guys.
Thank you very much, Udoka. It's always a pleasure to have you. And we look forward to having you join us again. All the best. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday.
All right, you too. Enjoy the rest of your day.